Hi BookTube, so it's Tuesday, so I'm here to do a tag video, and this is the Books and Life tag, and I saw this on Steve Donahue's channel, and he was also the creator of this tag. So the first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a normal person, and 10 being the late Harold Bloom, how much are books and reading a part of your life? And I would say a 7 or 8. I would love for it to be a 10, like if I worked in publishing or some kind of book related job, then I would say, oh yeah, this would be like a dream come true to have a 10. But I would say, like I said, 7 or 8, because my job unfortunately doesn't relate to books. But like anytime during work, like on my lunch breaks or my little 15-minute breaks, or before work, during lunch, after work, I am most of the time reading if I'm not walking my dog Fable. So yeah, I'm reading almost any other time outside of work or sleeping, unfortunately. So yes, I would say a 7 or 8. So number 2 is, where does your personal library stand right now in relation to the rest of your life? Do you have more books now than you ever have? Fewer? How has your library changed? And so for the longest time, for people who been following my channel for the last couple of years, know that I just now got this bookcase a couple months ago. Before that, I owned 5-10 books. Just like I moved around, and I predominantly read on an e-reader, a Kindle Oasis. So I didn't really feel a need to own a bookcase. But since moving to Portland, there are 1,000,001 nice bookstores around here, and like little free libraries. I've been a big fan of those, and there's a really good bookish community, and so I've started picking up books here and there and everywhere. So I decided to get a bookcase. But previous to me owning 5 to 10 books, when I first discovered BookTube back in, I think, 2014 or 2015, I wasn't a creator of BookTube videos, but I was watching them, so I kind of like fell in to picking up a lot of books, buying them, because everyone was talking about these books, and I wanted to read all of them. And so I owned, I think, maybe like 400, 500 books, so that's probably the most that I've owned. But now I would say, I don't know, it's like 100, maybe 150 they could fit on here, but I think probably around 100 fits on this bookcase is where I'm at right now. Number 3, take a mental step back and ask yourself, what is the most likely first bookish impression a newcomer would have in your home? So this bookcase here has my nonfiction, history, nature, literature, YA, middle grade, romance, mystery. That the other one that's near the front door in the other room, in the living room, is all fantasy, sci-fi, and comics. So if they walk into the house, they're gonna think that's like all I read, because it's a bookcase full of just those genres. But yeah, I don't predominantly read that. I read mostly this. But yes, so that's probably what people would think. Let's see. Number 4 is, how often, if ever, gulp, do you clean or reorganize your books? Cleaning my books, like taking them out individually and like dusting them off, like almost never. If I pick up a book on my shelf and I see it's like kind of like grimy, then I'll wash it off like with like a damp wash rag before reading it. But doing that whole like massive cleaning of them, no. Reorganizing I do pretty frequently, because again, one bookcase, so every time I do a book haul, I know, okay, I have to like do some Jenga here, like getting them all to fit on a shelf, because I have it organized by genre. And so if like my history shelf is full, I need to like squeeze some more books in somehow, so I need to shift them around. So every time I do a book haul, I am doing some sort of reorganizing. Number 5, on average, how many books do you acquire in a given week? And I would say probably 3 to 4 books a week. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Let's see. Number 6, what song is your current earworm? And I almost never listen to music, so I don't currently have one, but it typically is whatever song I heard last gets stuck in my head. So if I'm in the grocery store, or even in the car, I don't listen to music. But if I do have like Pandora or Spotify or something going on, like it's whatever the last song I heard, like my head just keeps singing it. Very annoying. But yeah, I don't currently have one in my head. Let's see. Number 7, what percentage of your self-control do you retain in a well-stocked bookshop? So that totally depends on how much the books cost. If it's even if it's a really well stocked independent bookstore or Barnes and Noble, I will buy 0 to 1 books is typically what I do, because they're just so expensive. If I'm going to a place that they're reasonably priced, like I would say $10 and under, even better if they're $5 and under, then I will get a bunch of books. Like my self-control goes down with the price, and so yeah, like if it's like a library bookstore where it's like $1 to $2, then I'll get like 30 books or something like that. Yeah, I probably spend around like $20 on average. So yeah, when I go to a place. So if I go to a new bookstore, that's why I say I would buy 1 book, because yeah, and even $20 I feel like doesn't get you very far there. Let's see, number 8, do you ever feel the need to take a break from books? If so, what form does it take? Never, ever, ever. I've never felt the need to take a break from books. Most of the time, I'll pick up a book, finish it, and then, this year I've been focusing on like contemplating my thoughts, the book, and writing down my thoughts for a little like book review. So I've done that for all the books I've read. But even still with this year, I will often still I will wait to do that at night before I go to bed, and so I will still put down that book and pick up the next one within like a minute or so. So yeah, I don't know. I've never had like book hangovers or times where I don't feel like reading, because I always feel like reading. And that might be due to I like reading a bunch of all the genres. Give me all the genres, and so I don't get burnt out on any one thing. I'm always interested in something. And so, yeah, I can pick up anything that's on my, like I can hop around the genres and it will still keep me interested. See, number 9, when you meet a new person, how long does it take you to bring up books? I don't bring up books because I feel like not a lot of people read, or the books I want to talk about, like they're not like as much mainstream, like I don't know, like Oprah's book club or something like where it's like, more, I don't know, like commonly known for people who don't read a lot. But yeah, if they bring it up, if they see like a books on my desk or something like that, then I will of course contribute to that conversation, but I'm not gonna be bringing it up. And even when I was like working in the office, and I always had like a book or the Kindle at my desk, and when people would like, walk by in the cafeteria and see me reading, no one almost never talked to me about books. And so yeah, even with it like right in their face, like, oh, I'm a reader, I almost never got approached on book conversations. It'd be nice to have more bookish conversations, but yeah, I wouldn't bring it up. Number 10, have you ever given any thought or made any provisions for your personal library after you croak? No. Like, I don't have any like significant value on these books, and so there's nothing that's worth a lot of money. So like I just like once I die, like these books will just go to the thrift store probably, or the landfill. Hopefully not, like hopefully they'll be recycled in some sort. But yeah, I haven't made any special requests or anything like that. Number 11, are you known among your friends and loved ones for your weird and probably unhealthy relationship with books? Yes, I am definitely known as the bookish person, and yeah, I read a lot, and yeah. And I always have a book with me, so if I'm going to visit friends or family, I have a book in my purse or in the car or on my phone. Somehow or some way I have a book on me for any little downtime that I can that I can squeeze in here and there. So yeah, those are the questions. I'm not going to tag anyone because this tag has gone around quite a bit, but if you're interested in it, then feels I cannot not. Please feel free to do the tag, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, BookTube.